Welcome back to Pep's Pinnacle MMA Reviews, where I review MMA fights and give my personal insights, opinions, and predictions on up-and-coming UFC fights and MMA fights in general. Okay, so this is going to be a video on two extra predictions I made on the UFC fight night on the 1st of February card. So it's going to be in conjunction with that video. And the two extra predictions I'm going to make in this video is concentrated on Sergey against Jairzinho and as well as Said against Vinicius. So let's start off with the heavyweight match, which is also in the both of these fights are in the main event. So let's start off with the heavyweight match, which is Sergey Pavlovich against Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Sorry, I'm butchering these names, but you know, it is what it is. So Sergey against Jairzinho. So let's just first analyze Sergey. So Sergey Pavlovich has 18 wins and 3 losses. 15 of those wins have come by way of knockout, and he also has 15 first-round finishes. It is quite impressive. Now, mind you, this is a heavyweight division, so these heavyweights are packing a lot of power, and normally their fight time is medium to quite low. So let's check out his stats. He has 44% striking accuracy, so he has thrown quite a bit. Not that accurate, but still throws. His takedown defense is 75%, meaning he can hold his own. Doesn't get taken down easily. He doesn't throw any takedowns, so leads me to believe he is a brawler. Stand up and fight on his feet. His average fight time is 3 minutes and 39 seconds. Now, bear in mind that the average, the total time for a UFC match is 25 minutes, constituting of 5 rounds of 5 minutes each. So to have an average fight time of 3 minutes 39 seconds, and in conjunction with these 18 victories and only 3 losses, he gets his work done very quickly. And let's check out his past fights. So he is no stranger to UFC. He has fought about 6 matches in the UFC, and his first match was in 2022. Then he fought 3 times in 2022, with 2 UFC matches following in 2023, and then his most recent UFC match was in June 22nd of 2024. Now, his last match was against Volkov, which he lost, so he is coming into this match on a loss. But due to his vast experience in the UFC and his most 18 wins, that's not really going to affect his mindset in any way, because he is a veteran of the sport. Let me just analyze quickly his past fighters. So I see he has fought Tom Aspinall, and he did lose against Tom Aspinall in the first round by TKO, which is expected. I mean, it's Tom Aspinall we're talking about. That guy. I mean, he should be the world heavyweight champion of the world. I don't think John Jones, he is ducking him right now, but that fight's gonna happen this year. It should be, if not at the end of this year, then maybe early 2026. That is realistically John Jones's next fight, has to be against Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall's been waiting for this, he's training for this, and I believe that Stipe Miocic fight against John Jones shouldn't really have happened. We did want it in the past, then COVID happened, and then you see interests change, the fans' interests change, and we wanted to see Tom versus John, So I think that fight's gonna happen, but it just shows Tom Aspinall's dominance in the UFC, So Sergey lost against Tom Aspinall, but that doesn't really mean anything in regards to diminishing his overall reputation, because Tom Aspinall is beating everyone he fights, so no loss of Sergey there. He also fought, I see, Derek the Whale Lewis, and he won, so that is saying something. He also won in the first round. So this guy packs power, because if you know Derek Lewis, you know why he's called the Whale. And let's just see, okay. So this guy does pack power, and he is the favorite going into this fight. He is the favorite. So let's just quickly analyze his opponent, Jorginho. Jorginho, the biggie boy, has 15 wins and 5 losses, 13 of those wins coming by knockout and 9 first-round finishes. Now, when I first saw Jorginho, the biggie boy, I honestly thought he was Mark Henry because he just looks like Mark Henry with a beard, and he's massive, and he looks like he can be strongman. Anyway, he has 50% striking accuracy. He has thrown more strikes than Sergey. He's a bit more accurate. His takedown defense is also quite accurate with 76% takedown defense. Doesn't really throw any takedowns. So he's also a brawler, stand up on his feet and fight. This is going to be a mix of both fighting styles to their favor. And his average fight time is 9 minutes and 4 seconds. So he averages a longer fight time than Sergey. So that's leading me to believe that he's not a stranger to these long, drawn-out fights. He has the stamina to go all the way. It doesn't mean that Sergey doesn't have the stamina to go all the way. It just means that Sergey might have had more first-round knockouts or TKOs, which would then diminish his average fighting time, leading to a sort of diluted perspective of what he's really capable of. But let's just come back to what's his name again? Jorginho. So I've never heard of Jorginho and only heard of Sergey before. So I'm making this prediction because I do believe Sergey will win, and it's a fight that I think I have a bit more confidence in predicting in regards to other fights, which I won't be predicting because I don't have confidence in them. So Jorginho has fought Tuivasa, and he did win by split decision in August the 18th, 2024. I really was that the same card that Dricus fought on 306, I believe. I don't know, but I remember Tuivasa and Rosenstrike fighting there. So Jorginho also fought again in 2024, and he won. He lost in 2023 against Almeida. Sorry if I'm butchering these names. It is what it is. And he fought in 2022 twice, won one, lost one, lost against Volkov, but Sergey won against Volkov, so we see a common factor there, or a difference of factors there. And I also see that Jorginho fought Settlegon. Settlegon, was the world heavyweight champion at a time before losing it to John Jones on John Jones's debut in the heavyweight division after a long hiatus. And what's his first matchup against? The champion Silgon, and it ends in the first round, as expected, because it is John Jones, Johnny Boney Jones. So the fact that Jorginho lost against Silgon is not surprising, considering that Silgon is an absolute unit. He is like Tom Aspinall caliber. He gets things done very quickly, shuts them down. Okay, I do believe that Jorginho has fought way more times than Sergey, double the amount of times than Sergey. He's fought Alex Overeem in December the 8th of 2019, and he won. And that's surprising, Alex Overeem is quite deadly. He also fought Francis Ngannou. That's a household name at this point. And he lost against Francis Ngannou, but then again, that does not diminish Jorginho in the slightest, because it is Francis Ngannou we're talking about. I don't think Tom Aspinall can hold his own against Francis Ngannou. And actually, Jorginho's first ever match was in 2019. It's quite back. So he is a veteran of the sport. And so now comes the prediction between them, Sergey or Jorginho. And I'm going to give this to Sergey. Going to give it to Sergey because I believe that Sergey just has that extra oomph. He has that extra thing that he needs to defeat Jorginho. I'm not alone in this mindset, because he is the favorite on many betting sites. But anything can happen in the ring. You get especially considering heavyweight fights, you just need a lucky punch with the power behind it to win. So I do believe heavyweights are the most volatile division in regards to actually predicting and betting, because luck factor does come into it. If you throw enough power on the guy's jaw, you can send him. And so I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket and go with Sergey on this fight. Now on to the second event that I will be predicting is also on the main card, and it's a bantamweight division, and the competitors are Said Nurmagomedov against Vinicius Oliveira. Now let's just quickly analyze Said Nurmagomedov. He is in no way related to the GOAT, the Eagle, Khabib Nurmagomedov. It's just a common name, Nurmagomedov in Dagestan, Russia. So Said Nurmagomedov has 18 wins, 3 losses, 4 wins coming by way of knockout, 6 wins by submission, and 9 first-round finishes. His striking accuracy is quite good, 48%. His takedown accuracy is, well, he's thrown 30 takedown attempts and he's only landed 1, but he is no stranger to wrestling. He won his most recent fight by way of submission against Gafurov in 2013 in the first round. But that did look shaky though. I remember watching that match against Gafurov. He cracked him a little bit. He was advancing, and Omar and Saeed backed up a bit, and you could see he was probably floundering a little bit there. He caught him and he was cracked. And when it came to Gafurov pushing him against the cage, Saeed just showed off his wrestling skills and just got on his back, got the submission in, and he closed that fight down quickly. So, and that's to be expected from, how the Dagestan people train. They're very good wrestlers. Just take into account Islam Makhachev, Khamzat Chimaev, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Umar Nurmagomedov. All of those guys are elite class wrestlers. So I expect nothing less from Dagestan Said Nurmagomedov. He has fought many times in the UFC, 6 times I believe, and his earliest debut was in 2020. So his average fight time is 8 minutes. So he's no stranger to going all the way. I don't think he's fought a 5-round fight before. Most of them are 3 rounds. But let's analyze his opponent, Vinicius Oliveira. Vinicius Oliveira looks like he's Charles Oliveira's brother, or maybe cousin once removed. His nickname is the Lock Dog. Don't know why. He has 21 victories, 3 losses, 16 wins coming by way of knockout, 2 wins by submission, and 14 first-round finishes. So he closes fights very quickly, evident of the 14 first-round finishes. His striking accuracy is 44%. He does have a takedown accuracy of 60%. So he's no stranger to throwing and wrestling. His takedown defense is 69%, and I see his average fight time is 10 minutes and 54 seconds. You can basically say that's 11 minutes. So he, fights normally all the way. He's only fought 3 rounds in the UFC, so he hasn't gone to 5 rounds all the way yet. But a 3-round fight, which he will be fighting against Said Nurmagomedov, I do believe that he won't be tiring himself out anytime soon. So he has only fought 2 matches in the UFC, like I previously said, and both of them in 2024. And he did win both of those matches. First one by TKO in the 3rd round, and the last one by unanimous decision. Even though of his victories and of his more experience in MMA in general, I do believe Said Nurmagomedov will take the victory. I do believe that it will be by maybe submission or unanimous decision. But it won't be by split decision, because I think that just Said Nurmagomedov, his wrestling skills, when they are used, they do come in clutch, and his fighting and his reflexes are a bit fast. They're quite on point. So I believe that Said Nurmagomedov will take the victory against Vinicius Oliveira, and Sergey Pavlovich will take the victory against Jairzinho. So those are my 2 extra predictions in conjunction with the previous video I made on UFC Fight Night, hosting on the 1st of February 2025. So just as a final recap, these are all the predictions I'm going to do on this card, on this UFC event Fight Night. I'm not going to make any more other predictions. because it's just these 4 fights that I have the most confidence in predicting. So as a short recap, Isha Adesanya will win against Nurzin Imavov. Sharaputin Magomedov will win against Michael Venom Page, MVP. Sergey Pavlovich will win against Jorginho. And Saeed Magomedov will win against Vinicius Oliveira. Okay, thank you all for listening.